second in June. Back to row 4. Jeremy Mayfield led 80 laps last September till the engine expired. Ron Hornaday, the fastest of the robustest rookies this race.
Row 5, Todd Bodine with 3 Busch Series wins here, and Bill Elliott, 3 of his 4 top 5s in this season have been in the last 7 races. Tony Stewart won this race last fall from the 27th starting spot. He'll go from row 6 with Stacy Compton.
On the inside of row 7, Kenny Schrader, an American flag for a car today, and on the outside, Kevin Harvey. Back in row 8, Rusty Wallace has 3 wins here, none on the concrete surface, and Joe Nemechek missed the race in June because of an injury.
Row number 9, Bobby Hamilton with a very good car in yesterday's final practice. Casey Atwood has a Busch Series win here back in '99. Elliott Sadler was the fastest in final practice. He goes from row 10 with Buckshot Jones, who's got his only Winston Cup top 10 here at Dover back in '98.
On the inside of row 11, Kyle Petty won the first race here in concrete, and Jeff Burton, 31st or worse the last 3 Dover races. And there he is, Jeff Gordon, the points leader. On the inside of row 12, this is his worst Dover start. Kevin LePage on the outside.
Row 13, it's Ward Burton, the Southern 500 winner. He finished 14th here in June. Sterling Marlin in his Dodge, he was the 6th place runner a couple of months ago. Daytona 500 winner Michael Waltrip is in the next row with Robert Presley in his Ford.
On the inside of row 15, John Andretti in the Petty Enterprises Dodge. Mike Skinner, his career winding down with Richard Childress. On the inside of row 16, Hut Strickland and Hermie Sadler, his second ever NASCAR Winston Cup start on the outside.
Terry Labonte makes his 700th NASCAR Winston Cup start today. He'll do it from row 17 alongside Mike Wallace. In the 18th row, Brent Bodine, who ended a series-leading 31-race streak without falling out of an event at Richmond last time. Andy Houston, his second-to-last ride in the McDonald's car, goes from 36th place.
On the inside of row 19, Johnny Benson tied his career best with a second place here last September. And Mark Martin has won 3 times in September here. Jimmy Spencer on the inside of row 20, Matt Kempton on the outside.
And bringing up the field, a couple of guys who had very fast cars in final practice. Jerry Nadeau in row 21, and Kurt Busch, who is among the 5 fastest in the final practice. He will start in 43rd position. 4 drivers failed to qualify for today's race. Leffler, Mast, Hooper, and Dave Marcus not able to be in the MBNA Cal Ripken Jr. 400. Kenny Schrader is scheduled to start today's race in the 13th position. Look at that race car. Isn't that pretty? All right, Dave, half a lap from the green flag. 140,000 seats around the Dover Downs International Speedway. I can't see any of them that are unoccupied.
I thought that we would have some empty seats today. I'm so impressed with these fans that showed up to watch this great race.
There's the man who'll wave the green flag. This was supposed to be the day of Cal Ripken Jr.'s last ball game at Camden Yards. Obviously, due to the tragedies, that's been put off. Somebody's here, nonetheless, to celebrate his great career with his fellows in NASCAR racing, his fellow athletes, and he's going to get them underway here just moments from now. The championship down to just 10 races to go. Jeff Gordon lost ground to Ricky Rudd at Richmond. He starts in 23rd spot, very precarious here at Dover. Let him loose, Cal. Let's go racing at Dover. The Oriole car, Bobby Labonte leads lap 1.
Guys got down to the bottom pretty quick, BP. You see a lot of cars trying to get on that bottom lane. And Labonte moves up off the bottom just a little bit. Jarrett trying to get on the inside. And the car that everyone was talking about being so fast, the 8 car, back in 3rd spot. Here comes DJ on the bottom.
While we've been honoring the memory of Dale Earnhardt with a silent lap 3 through the season, we thought today we should take that time and remember all of America's lost heroes.
Kenny's currently in the 8th position. Started 6th. He's backed up a couple.
On Kyle Petty.
There's Joe Nemechek, the 33 car, trying to get by on the outside.
I think the thing Jeff wanted to see the most has happened, that the field got single file quickly. Where's Gordon? He got through it.
Clean his whistle. Looked like Bill just lost a little bit there. BP got a little bit sideways, 1 and 2. Bobby was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh, boy. 20 laps in. Labonte's got a very messed up race car.
Backs off the throttle for a hole. Actually, he's lucky at a big hole there.
Keep going, go, go, go. You're good, you're clear.
Not too much smoke either. Sometimes get a lot of smoke.
Ricky Craven on the outside of Earnhardt Jr. trying to take the lead away, and Hornaday on the outside of Rudd. Exactly the same car back? No, a different car.
Brand new car.
Brand new car, because they felt like that in June the car was really good on long runs, but they wanted to make something that was a little bit better in the short runs. If there wasn't, it was close. If there was contact, Craven's going to say, okay, Junior, I get your message. Go ahead.
Craven using that high lane is like waving the red flag in front of the book. All right, I mentioned the championship leaders moved into the top 10. There's Jeff Gordon up to 7. About a minute ago,
He's got a
right front tire. It looks to me like he has lost the right front tire.
second caution, 55 laps in.
You see a little fire under the car. It's knocked the exhaust system off the car. Those are the tailpipes. Hope no one runs across those. And I hope Jeremy is okay. Hard lick.
They can do that. We saw that yesterday at the Bushers. I don't know how they can do that.
I'm telling you, it's a miracle.
Hornaday outside of Gordon, trying to pick up 6.
Looks, he backs off the gas, so Craven gets to run. They go down to the corner, and Hornaday comes down the hill. Here, Craven and Hornaday makes contact. And there we see Jeff Gordon getting in the right rear of Ricky Craven with that left front fender.
Here you go on board. A little bit tough to see, because see, Jeff did not have a whole lot of room up there. He got really lucky, but still, I think that damage to the left front is going to affect the way that car handles.
Mark Martin is crashing. Johnny Benson is crashing in the aftermath. Another couple of cars involved. Ward Burton's in it.
Mark Martin's in it.
Fifth caution.
A lot of damage to Ward Burton's car.
That's what I was talking about earlier. That 14th really needed, they were trying to get a finish. They had good race cars. This is how it's wound up.
Jeff Gordon racing Ron Hornaday. And it didn't work out.
Now he had damage to the left front fender. I wonder if he has damage to the right front fender, or where he made contact with Hornaday.
Well, it looks to me like 24 car got in the left rear quarter of the 14 car. Just got a little bit sideways getting off the corner, BP.
Yep. And somehow Jeff Gordon, as we see Ward Burton just run into the 14 car and destroy the front end of the 22 Caterpillar Dodge.
Seto Racing. Waving his yellow flag now.
And Houston goes in the corner. I think he got just a little bit too high. He was trying to ride that cushion, that just trying to get the most grip he possibly could. I think he got just a little bit too high. Got in the sand, and around went Jeff Gordon. No, don't tell me you missed another one.
Center front.
Sure did.
Caution down.
Well, as he was doing that, Slugger Lavius crew chief was talking to him on the radio. This was just the second race with Slugger as the crew chief, and the crew did not know it. Slugger was talking to him on the radio as he was spinning out, and the crew did not know until just now that Michael Waltrip was into the wall. But they had a great run going, guys.
Can you believe?
I cannot believe it.
Well, just gets up high, and he just gets that. Looks like he gets that right rear and that slippery stuff up there, and gets her sideways.
Evidently, there's grip right next to the loose stuff, and they're all going up there. Dale Jarrett's been running up there so high, trying to find some grip.
Because his tires are up on the right side. Air pressures are up, so he just got the slippery part.
Oh, and Blaney almost in the back of the 92 car. Listen to this. Not changing tires, you think?
Well, take a look at that right front tire.
Dave Blaney running fourth. Into the wall, caution's out. Matt?
Well, you sure could hear it go by. It sounded like he cut down a tire.
One. Right there, the right front tire blows, and this is what happens.
And he's so lucky that it happened on one skid is right behind him.
I'd be nervous if I was anyone else who saw the 24 car.
That's the turn one.
Among it as well.
And you see bubbles in the lead three cars. We'll see the distance and how fast that Rudd drives away from them. So far, they're staying fairly close.
Yellow car, Kenny Wallace. First car one lap down. He's in 23rd place.
In the right rear, while they take on more than one can of gas, he's going to need to get to the end. You guys were just talking about that. Drives in with the second can of gas as they put on 4 tires and get Ricky back out on the track.
Well, goes around. He hasn't hit anything yet. But Rusty Wallace goes by, gets a lap back. Oh!
Oh, what you got? Oh, what you got? Go ahead. Hustle, hustle.
Wow. Caution is out.
I'm going up here, Ruth. Dig, dig, dig. Don't get a little spot to pass through.
Can you believe?
No, I can't.
54 laps to go. Ricky Rudd spins out.
And I think all of a sudden Rusty closed up much more on the 28 car than he thought he would, because it looked like he started to try to avoid him just about the time he touched him.
What a great piece of driving here by Ricky. Watch the brakes. Lock, unlock, steering, lock, unlock.
And everybody else, too, by not hitting them.
He almost backed out in front of those cars. That would have been big.
Another look at it.
I don't know.
No, he hit him.
He looked like he was on the gas to me.
He hit him. Little payback. Maybe he thought Ricky roughed him up coming down the front stretch trying to lap him the time before.
Well, well, well. Not over yet. Just remember what the 29?
Excuse me. I want to come through.
Here we go. Here's what we're talking about. This is the last lap. Ever see Rudd gets to the back of Rusty, goes, takes that spot away. Now, Rusty, the checker flag is waved. Rusty comes down and says, Ricky, why did you do that, man?
Now,
Jerry Nadeau up to second behind Dale Jarrett. Green flag. Kind of brings Dale Jr. back into the mix here, too. He's up in the third. Got Stewart fourth, Rudd fifth, Marlin sixth.
The 32 and the 99 car, both those guys caught a tough break. They made their pit stop. The caution flag came out. Now both those cars are left down.
Jeff Gordon back in 8th place now. Bill?
Alan, it came down pit road on the long runs. The 24 cars seemed to lose grip at the end of the run, so they made a half round of wedge adjustment, 4 tires, and they put that wedge in the left rear. But on the long runs, the 24 car loses grip at the end, 15.52 on the stop.
And there's Joe Nemechek behind Jeff Gordon. He's moved up to the 9th position, like he said he would. I begin to wonder for a while. 29 car gets on the inside of Sterling Marlin, trying to take a spot away. That's a battle for the 6th spot.
Issue we've talked about a lot in our NASCAR Busch Series broadcasts. like we're going to have some hot tempers at the end of this one today. Marty?
Well, guys, this is exactly what Gary Nadeau did. Stewart, big hole down there, and it just closed up. And actually, that's, you know, when Dale was, we were talking about the line he was running. He would drift up the racetrack. Then you remember we said he came back down to the bottom of the track, exiting the corner. Tough angle, but that's what looked like happened.
And another guy who spun it over and didn't hit either wall. Single file restart. Now 7 laps to go as they come to the green. Earnhardt here. Things have begun to come around. It started with the big win at Daytona, the Pepsi 400 Independence Weekend. That emotional victory.
3 to go, 3.
Now here at Dover, he's led almost half the race. No, that was the white flag left. This is the final lap. Starter never waved the white flag. Final lap. Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Way to go, wheelman.
Stanley, 193 of 400 laps. The American and checkered flags out at Dover. Earnhardt Jr. wins.
Tony Sr., heck of a job. Finish of the season for Jerry Nadeau, right behind winner Dale Earnhardt Jr., who gets his 4th career NASCAR Winston Cup victory. Jeff Gordon dodges all of the problems that seem to be happening to him and around him.
See, Elliott Sadler finishes back in 14th. He was the last car on the lead lap. Todd Bodine, the first car a lap down.
Jeff Burton, 21st. Kenny Wallace, after the 2 unscheduled pit stops, 22nd.
Here's 31 through 40. We see most of these cars out of competition. Mark Martin was on the racetrack. And Bobby Labonte, after that incident early on in the race, will finish 36th, 142 laps down.
And Kyle Petty, the first one out after just 13 laps with an engine problem. Again, Jeremy Mayfield involved in a hard crash, but he was released after a check in the local hospital. Nothing more serious than bruises and a chipped tooth. And our championship standings now with 9 races to go. Ricky Rudd gains but 10 points on Jeff Gordon today. And Tony Stewart and Dale Jarrett swap the 3rd position.